Hello, hello. Let's see. Hello, hello. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. We're doing our book stuff today. So for our group, so we're doing the next chapter, Embracing the Goddess. It is divine feminine work. Hey, Stephanie, how are you? How are you guys? If you're interested in joining, you can always click the link in the bio. I do have a private group called Blend Your Spirit, but this is the book. And we're on chapter 3. And so we jump on here, and then I tend to record it and put it on the website for you guys to go back in if you want to do that. I'm glad you're good. I just got back from doing a boudoir photo shoot for a gal, and it was so fun, so good. I love doing them. Hey, Kellen, how are you? I am good today. I am good. I hope you're well. I hope you're doing good. But I did her photo shoot, and then I did one yesterday. So today I'll be doing some editing and things like that. So you guys will see some of the boudoir photo pictures in the next couple days that I just did this weekend. So, yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Just kind of doing stuff today. Hey, Marta. Yeah, just got back from doing that and going to schedule out some more over the next couple months. And I think I'm going to go to Texas, to Dallas, to go do some for Shelley. Not boudoir, but family photos. I am from Oklahoma. Where are you from? Hope you guys are well today. I am just kind of hanging out right now, answering questions and things like that. And you're saving for Texas for when we do a Texas retreat. Is that what you mean? Or the fall? I'm going to try to do one in the fall in Texas. I've got to do some more looking and things like that, but I want to get through the first retreat and kind of get it all like what we're doing. And then I will definitely try to do one in Texas in the fall is my goal. Yeah, I think it'll be good. So yeah, and Marty, what location do you typically go to when you're in Texas? I'm going to look over the next couple months, just kind of looking. And then once I get closer to this retreat, then I'll book the one for the fall. Because in the fall, in November, I'm going to do that speaking engagement, but I'll have some other things that we can definitely do. Look for some different houses and different pricings and things like that. Because I know the further out people can save and do payment plans and things like that. So, okay. Yeah, I looked at a couple different places. I looked at a couple different places in Texas. Yeah, so if you know of a place that you think is a good place, let me know. If you know any Airbnb or anything like that. I like to keep them at doing Airbnb, and then maybe at some point we can do, a hotel where we go into the some of the conference rooms. But I think that that's a different kind of retreat. I think the Finding like Divinity, Blend Your Spirit, it's just more intimate, more personal when we're all staying in the same place if we can. So, but I am doing the one that I am doing in August that I am teaching at and doing photography at is quite a bit more. So I think it's $1,200 but it's for 4 days. But the house that they're staying at is 15 rooms, 15 bathrooms. It's built for a retreat. And so it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't mind searching for good places, especially for having, say, 15 or less for a retreat. I think that's a good number. So, but yeah, we'll definitely try to do one in the fall and in Texas somewhere. That's my goal. And then when we move into next year, maybe we'll have some more opportunities. So I'm thinking that the things coming up potentially will give me more opportunity on doing some of them. So that's my hope. So if you guys know places that you think I'll fit or will be a good addition to shows and things like that, let me know, because really at this point, it's all about just getting it out there. So hope you guys are doing good. Hey, Jen, how are you, girly? How are you? I am excited about the one in August just because it's going to have significant things going on, and I get paid to do it. That's pretty neat. And so the speaking engagement in November too. So, hey, how are you? Yeah, and we'll do, I have one more thing. I have someone that I kept sending out their prize and it's come back twice. I don't know why. So I need to look at that, but I will do a giveaway for inviting people into the group and things like that. One of the people in our group, Stacy, she made these adorable gnomes, and they're protection gnomes. And I have some Valentine's Day gnome stuff with those gnomes. So, and then I'm going to do some crystals and stuff like that with it. So like a little Valentine's basket, and we'll do a drawing for everyone that invites and does all those things. So we'll do some different stuff. Shelly can help me keep track of that. And yeah, they're really cute. They're really cute. I've had them since before I got sick, and I told her I would use them for a giveaway, and she donated them, but I just haven't had a chance to do it. So that is my goal for sure. For sure. So we'll do a giveaway, and might be two giveaways, because I have 2 gnomes. She donated 2 gnomes, and then so maybe a big gift basket and a small one. And so we'll do that just to kind of help grow. But the thing is with the growth in the group, I want it to be people that you think would be a good fit, because ultimately we want to grow the entire community. That way we can eventually get a bigger platform and allow different people to step up to teach as they feel called to do as well. So it's a slow process, and that's okay. I don't mind, but I do like doing the sharing to people that may not know about the group. So we'll do some different things. We'll do some fun stuff. So appreciate you guys. We'll do that. We'll start the book right at, hey, Esteban, how are you? Yeah, no, we definitely like growing the community, and we love it when everybody's stepping up and doing fun things. So we'll continue. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Jen. Yeah, we're just growing. We're just growing right along. So I look forward to, when I do the retreats, to being able to pay people to come and do, like, maybe one time Jen can come and talk all about dreams. And so at some point as we grow, at least we'll be able to do more things like that. So it's wild to even be here. It's funny. I was talking to Chris earlier, and we were talking about what is it called? Like when a snake, what is it? When a snake bites you, what is that? Venom. No, venom. The healing is in the sickness. What is in the poison? What is that? The antidote is in the poison. The antidote is in the poison. Because the last thing I ever would say I want to do in my whole life is to speak in front of people. Not my jam. And here I am. So I was like, it's what I'm being called to do, and I don't even like it. But yeah, the antidote is in the poison. So I love that, because it kind of gives you that. Think about all the different things, like to heal or get better from a snake bite, you literally have to go into the snake venom. A lot of times the healing that we need to do, the things we need to do are within the healing. And so I think it's interesting because I would never tell you, I mean, no, I wouldn't even take speech class because I didn't want to stand in front of people and talk, not even reading anything. So it's interesting to come to terms with that, I think. I'm like, ew, no. But I'm excited. I'm excited to do the boudoir shoots at the retreat of those of you guys that want it. I think it's going to be so fun. It's really, I did a shoot yesterday and I did one today I just got back from. And I love it. I love it so much. It makes me so happy. And I still get nervous before I do them. I'm like, I don't know if I can do it, right? Chris says it's just because I'm human, but I'm like, I don't think I can do it. What if I don't do, I can't do it. But when I get to see their faces and I get to talk to them afterwards and they're like, you made me feel beautiful. I appreciate you taking time with me. You made me feel comfortable. Like I get all these different messages and it's like, that is so much. Like, it just shows me that that's exactly like, this is just exactly where I'm meant to be. I love it. I love it because it can bring women to tears whenever they get the pictures and they get to see themselves through someone else's eyes and having the conversation that a lot of people think that people post pictures of themselves that are revealing or the boudoir and they're just doing it for likes or attention. And the fact is that I love posting of other people and of myself because you don't think that's what you look like. Right? And it's empowering to know and rip that Band-Aid off and not really care what other people think, but you also get to see yourself through someone else's eyes. And most of us, especially women, spend so much time hating ourselves that when I can help another person just love themselves and realize who they are, it's so empowering. I love it. It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. I love it. So I am so much looking forward to it. And I hope to grow that just as much as everything else too, because I want it to be included in the retreats and things like that. So Shelly, you'll have to tell me when it's time because I don't know what time it is. I know I jumped on early, but I think that self-love is so lacking. And I'm doing this self-love event here in Tulsa. It's Love Bites, a self-love event, and it's going to have vendors that everything focuses on self-love. Oh, it's past time. I'm just running my mouth. Well, excuse me. Let me get going. So I'm excited about just continuing to bring all this forward. Hi, Rebel. Hi, hi. Hi. And if anybody feels the urge to donate me and Rebel a bus, just feel free. Just reach in your pocket and grab it. And all right. So if you are new in here and you do want to participate, this is the book we are doing. I know it's backwards, but hey. So this is Embracing the Goddess, a workbook of the Divine Feminine. And what I love about this book is it has places for you to journal and all those different things. Marty, I wish we were getting that bus. I love that so much. Like, it's perfect. So the first chapter that we talked about was the Great Mother energy, which is Gaia. And it's just that perfect mother energy that all of us think that that's what it is, right? And it's kind of, I think, what most of us strive to be, and then we end up getting mad at ourselves because maybe we're not there yet. But the perfect mother energy, and it's Gaia Mother, right? So it's going to be embodying all those things. Like if the Great Mother came to you and wanted to talk to you, what would she say when you're sad? Okay, that is thinking about the Great Mother. And that is the first chapter. Okay, the second chapter was about Bodhisattva. And that was embracing the compassion. What is it like to be the compassionate one? What are the good sides of being compassionate? What are the hard sides of being compassionate? Is it always a good thing to be compassionate? You know, it's urging you to kind of think about that. And so that is the archetype in chapter 2, is the Bodhisattva. And then chapter 3, chapter 3 is seer of threads and weaver of webs. So this is the archetype 3 that we're going to talk about. And I'll show you this picture in case you don't have the book. Chris, yeah. Can you text Alex and tell him I'm on live? Okay, babe. My son's like, are you alive? We want to come over. So this one is one I'm really looking forward to talking about, because I definitely, when I read through this, it made a lot of sense to me. And so all these ones that we're talking about are archetypes of what the goddess energy is. So you may resonate with all of them. You may resonate with one or two of them. But what I do want you to think about is, so the number one was the Great Mother. And it was kind of triggering when you first read it. And it was very much triggering, at least for me. And I think everyone else that read it was like, oh, what is this saying that like we have to be this way? And it really wasn't. It kind of did those triggers, and then it kind of pointed out, like, why do you resist this? And it's like, well, fine. Like, why are you getting at me, book? You know? And then, so each one is going to have a little bit of interesting information and stuff that's thought-provoking for you to kind of go through and just kind of look at yourself and look at your life and the different archetypes that you connect with. And this one is seer of threads and weaver of webs. And you guys know I love spiders. I just do. And so I really love this chapter and this archetype. So the spinner, weaver, or weaver, dreamer goddess sits in her loom. She collects the threads of the universe and weaves them into reality. Her loom is where fate and free will interact. She travels into other worlds to learn the wisdom held there and brings wisdom back to us. We too can learn to be open to this experience and become weavers of the threads connecting each of us to one another and the unknown. We can learn to access the divine, its deep and spiritual work, which is often spoken about in metaphors or poems. And here are some questions. Here are some questions for you. Have you been introduced to the goddess who spins and weaves? Are you guys familiar with this archetype or with this energy? Have you been introduced to her? What image comes to mind when you think of a goddess that spins and weaves? So what image comes to mind for you guys when you think of a goddess that spins and weaves? I always think these questions are interesting. Like for me, it's almost like a darker energy goddess. Hey, Harley. It's almost like a darker energy goddess, like, I don't know, Elvira, like someone that's a darker energy. And then, of course, a spider, right? And a web and things like that. And so what color do you think associates with her? And where is she sitting to spin and weave? If you have the book, right here is a place that you can kind of draw what your thoughts are or answer it. But where is she sitting to spin and weave? A goddess with a hoop in her lap, weaving almost a dream catcher. Dark blues and purples, black and red, white and web and recluse. See, every single one of us is going to have something completely different, right? But it all means the same thing. That's why I love doing these questions. And so keep that in mind as we go through. How big of a role has synchronicity played in your life? Do you guys believe in synchronicity? Do you see synchronicities? And does synchronicity play a role in your life? It plays a huge role in my life. You guys know I'm an 11-11 girl. The last job that I was at for 8 years, the day I went for an interview, I stopped and got gas and drink, and my change was 11-11. I knew that that's where I was going to be, okay? The last year on 11/11, on my birthday, is the day that I moved into the new office up at the Hedge. right? And the day before is when I lost my job. And so it literally fell into place on the exact day. And so 11s are a huge, huge thing for me. You saw 1-1. Oh, wow, Rebel. Yeah, I think that's that universal language that a lot of us miss out on because we're not open to it. So when you're open to it and you start thinking about it, you tend to see it more. And so that's where we need to be more open with talking with the universe. Spinning and weaving are also associated with dreaming. Are you familiar with lucid dreaming? Are you guys familiar with lucid dreaming? I don't know why I thought of that. There's light at the end of the tunnel, but life can be vindictive. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Spinning and weaving are associated with dreaming. Are you guys familiar with lucid dreaming? Has it ever happened to you? And why might you want to lucid dream? So I know some of you guys do lucid dream frequently. What is a reason why someone might want to lucid dream? And is there a danger to lucid dreaming? So why would you want to? And then is there a danger of it? What do you guys think? Sort of, you know a little bit about it. That might be a great class, because I tend to not, because I don't want to, I tend to not. I don't try, and I certainly don't do it very often. Lucid dreaming is kind of when you know that you're asleep and you still partake within it. So like, you know, you're in the dream. To get answers, and yes, there is a danger if you get stuck and can't find your way back. Yeah. And sometimes you go all over. You're not necessarily stuck to this plane. So you really can do, it's kind of, yeah, I know Rebel does a lot of it. You can control things when you lucid dream. It's like dream walking. Yeah. It's third person. Yeah. So it's just really, you're interactive in it. So it's like you're watching a movie, but you're one of the people within the movie making decisions, and you understand what's going on. A lot of time, whenever we're dreaming, we don't have necessarily control. We're just watching it. But this one, you're actually a character watching and controlling and maneuvering things. Hey, Raven, how are you? Yeah. So is there dangers to doing that? That's just some questions. Everyone has had premonitions or unexplainable coincidences in their lives. Have you guys had a specific premonition or a coincidence that you recognized before in your life? I have lots of coincidences, right? Have you had premonitions and something happen? These are just things for you to think about that happen. Hey, Santana, how are you? Lots, yeah, there's lots. So have you had premonitions, unexplainable coincidences in your lives? If you have the book, you have a place here that you can write it down. If not, you know, you can do it in your journal, and we can share this also within the group. Have you ever received inspired information or creativity from nowhere? I love that. I love that. I get that, yes, all the time. Hands down why we have Kitty Lynn, why we have Craft by Kitty Lynn. So have you ever had inspired information or creativity from nowhere? What was it, and what were you doing when it happened? I was literally trying to figure out what the heck I was going to do. I did a little ceremony and things like that, and I woke up the next morning, and all of a sudden, this is what I was doing. And since then, I've done Craft by Kitty Lynn. When you were 13, before you moved, you had a dream and you fancy. I love that. I love that. I have those things. And I do have kind of deja vu sometimes. I've had some when I was with Rebel, when we went to a spiritual store, and, you know, different things like that. So what might the shadow side of the spinner and weaver goddess be? What do you think is shadow side? And you don't have to answer that yet. We can go through what exactly she does so you understand it, but think about that. What could be the negative side or the downside? The weaver, also called spinner, weaver, or dreamer, is an archetype that appears in every culture. The woman in the loom with her basket of threads, choosing colors, designs, and when to cut the thread. She is mysterious, quiet, goes deeply into dream state to retrieve wisdom, inspiration, knowledge, and insight. Though she goes deeply and sees much, she says very little. She has lost the ability to communicate fully in this world and must speak to us in other ways through dreams, stories, symbols, and synchronicities. Intuition, unexplained tugging, and imagination. Webs in the loom are both symbols of destiny and of time and circumstance. They are symbols for the connectedness of all consciousness. It is the weaver who can see these threads and influence the larger pattern in our lives. She exists in the in-between place, neither here nor there, but both, neither awake nor asleep, but both. To learn to embody this archetype, we must first be still and conscious and try to enter the between with her. We must go where she lives in the place of fluidity and blurry edges. She has been reached in many different ways. Some reach her through meditation, dreaming, dance, or creative endeavors where our hands are busy. But when our hands are busy, the mind can be free. She often speaks in poetry. In my own work, The Dreamer and Weaver, I found automatic writing to be a surprising way to connect with the divine. Automatic writing is where you allow ideas to flow through freely onto a page without thinking about what you're writing. In this way, the unconscious can appear and you gain insight. Some believe it's writing and guidance from other beings. Try it and see what you think. The way I use automatic writing is to write myself a question with my dominant hand, and then I would place the pen in my non-dominant hand and just write down whatever random thoughts pass through. They seem to have no relevance to the question. I have found that after a few seconds of just random words and phrases and thoughts pertaining to the question start to appear. Here are some of my own questions. Hey, Joe. How can I better connect to the divine? What do I need to pay special attention to today? What lesson is my soul needing to learn right now? And when you try it, write it down. So those are some questions. And yes, we can definitely get them to you guys that don't have the book. So how can you better connect? What do you need to pay attention to? And what lesson is my soul needing to learn right now? Do you guys need to learn lessons right now? I'm over learning lessons, but yes, we always need to learn lessons, good, bad, and different. And so there is a place for you to fill that out. The gifts of the weaver are often intuitive knowledge and insights. These insights can provide wisdom and guide us into new relationships with the world around us. The challenge of the weaver is to gather knowledge and insight and weave them together in a way that makes sense for us. This synthesizing can be challenging. Ideas and themes get mixed up. We may see what we want to see instead of what's actually there. We may struggle with the destiny of our lives and what free will. The story of the Fates in the ancient Greeks and mythology often illustrate this struggle. The Fates were three women: Clotho, the spinner, the creator of the thread of our lives; Lachesis, the one who measures the thread; and Atropos, the one who brings our death and cuts the thread of our lives. Visiting the Fates, we try to gain insight on how our life might be predestined, but we often don't understand the subtle aspects of what they tell us. We only hear what we want to hear. You want to cry every day? That's hormones, baby cakes. But it's also just life, I think, right now. So an interesting weaver and dreamer alive today, and I'm going to talk to you about this author and some of the stuff. Her name is Christina Donald. Christina is a trained clinical psychologist who came to this world as a prophetic dreamer. This caused some real challenges for her until she learned how to use her gifts. And then if you have the book, there is a link there for you to go and watch it. But you can do on YouTube. I can try to link it and put it over in Blend Your Spirit if you guys want it. If you guys are new in here and you want this information, go to Blend Your Spirit, the link in the bio, and click it and join over there. And this information will be in there for you. All archetypes have a shadow aspect. If you read Christina's book or listen to podcasts, you'll get an idea of what some of those aspects may be. The spinner and weaver and dreamer may have a hard time remaining in the physical world. She has a tendency to disconnect from the world around her and withdraw into dream world. She can seem lazy. It can be easy for her to dream too much and live too little. Goals can remain unattained. The daily tasks seem to never get done. And people may think she's just crazy. Who? What, me? Who, me? Experience the spinner, weaver, and dreamer. Have you ever seen the threads of the universe? I want you guys to think about this differently. The ones that connect everything to everything else. And what I will say real quick, this just popped in my mind. I, at some point, will do this because I love this. It is an ancient, I think it is a Chinese proverb or thought, is that there's an invisible red string of fate that connects all of us that are meant to meet. And that there's no way to sever that it connects you. And so in some prior times or sometimes with different friends, I'll give bracelets that are the red string, and it's just a red bracelet. But knowing that there's this red string of fate, right, that connects everybody, it's kind of the same thing, right? Thank you, Maureen. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming in. So you can think about that too. That's kind of the same thing. Do you know, let's see, if you have seen the threads of the universe, you know what we're saying is true. Everything is connected to everything else. You know that connectedness that you practice feeling is a goddess of compassion. You could see that feeling. It would look like a thread and it would get thicker or thinner based on your intensity of the connection. You don't have to have had the experience to understand what we're saying. I'm sure you felt it many times in your life. Have you ever walked into a house or wanted to buy a house and said, this is my house. I know it. I can feel it. This is what I'm meant to do. I just know it. Like, I just know it. Or maybe you've said, I'm going to adopt a pet, and you saw a pet and you knew this is the pet for you, right? You've been scrolling on TikTok and you found something and this is it. I'm connected, right? You understand that there is these coincidences that lead you down the line. There's a reason why you meet the people that you meet. The weaver lives within these threads as well every day. The connections can be either seen or felt. We can all increase our awareness of these connections and learn how to make decisions based on wisdom provided. Did you? See? How many times have you met someone for the first time and you felt this really strong connection for no reason? There was no reason for it. You just knew you had a connection. Those are thick threads. There are threads woven next to yours in the loom of life. Does this mean that our lives are determined by destiny or fate? Do you have free will or no? What do you think? The spinner and weaver is personified in the tarot as the traditional card of the fates or the wheel of fortune. This card provides a sense of destiny, seeing life's threads weave together, sensing an action of fate that all destinies are woven together in a tapestry of life. The tarot card recognizes each person sets their own path in life, but is also subject to the larger cycles that affect everyone. We experience chance events that appear to be accidents, although they are a part of the greater plan, or are they? Do we suffer at the hands of fate? These are just questions for you guys to think about. Do you suffer at the hands of fate? Do you have free will? The spinner weaver is the goddess that sees and weaves both threads, both of them. These threads exist to the past and the future in this world and to others. If we ask the spinner and weaver to guide us, she will. But remember, she doesn't speak the same language. That's why I'm constantly trying to get you guys to speak the language of the universe, which is through all different kinds of things, everything but doing this, right? Everything but this, through animals, through colors, through plants, through all different kinds of things. So if we wish to have guidance from the spinner and weaver, we must be prepared to look at all things possible. Be on the lookout for synchronicities. Calls from friends at the perfect time, failed plans that turn out to be blessings, found objects that catch your eye, and dreams, most especially dreams. This is the time to keep a dream journal if you've never done one before. Ask questions of the spinner and weaver and the journal your dreams to see if she gives you direction that you're looking for. Do you want something a little bit more concrete? It's no coincidence that the internet is called a web. Think about this. What do you think about that? The internet is a web. Why is it a web? Why is it a web? It connects the entire globe. It connects everything. All of us. Can the internet become a tool of the goddess? Is perhaps the internet a loom for her to awaken the planet of new levels of interconnectedness, inner resourcefulness, and uniting us in unimaginable ways? What about the darkness that's found on the web? What role does darkness play as well as the light? What do you guys think? Isn't that interesting to think about? Could this be used as an extension of the goddess for that? Because think about it, there's definitely negative things on the web, but without that, none of us would ever meet. And I just got a dinging in my ear. It's weird. Isn't that interesting to think about? Yeah, there is a lot of negative, but there's so much goodness that can come from it. It connects us all randomly without ever even knowing each other. We randomly scroll through and meet people that otherwise we would never, ever do it. So it can be this beautiful tool as well, not just used for negative things, right? Because if we didn't have this internet, none of us would have ever found each other, which is crazy to think about. Right? Because my life is so much more full because I found you guys, right? And so that's such an interesting thing to think about because people get so bent on hating the internet, hating TikTok, hating Facebook, hating all those things. But there's really a lot of great things that come from it when you look for the good. Now, when you look for the crap, you're going to find the crap, right? It's whatever you're going to look for is what you're going to find, right? But it could be a huge tool for all of us, and it definitely is a web. So that's very interesting when you start thinking about it. Yeah, right? The web, right? The web. It's so interesting. So to embody the spinner, weaver, or dreamer. To embody, you must first find an embodiment of the divine feminine that you feel drawn to. There are many, including the Greek Phaedes, Moirai, best known for spinners, weavers, and cutters of the threads of our life. The Mayan goddess, I'm gonna butcher this. Itchel or Itche is the Mayan goddess honored as the weaver's cycle of life. She protects women and is the keeper of souls of the dead. Nidra is the Hindu goddess responsible for sleep, especially yoga nidra, dreaming when the sleeper is able to maintain full consciousness. Ariadne in Greek mythology was responsible for helping Theseus make it out of the Minotaur maze by teaching him how to follow a thread through the labyrinth. Frigg is a Germanic goddess concerned with discerning destiny and altering course by reweaving parts of the web. You may also feel drawn to mystics like Hildegard von Bingen, the Christian mystic and visionary. You can look her up. Christian visionary. Mystic. Remember, you are to embody this aspect of the divine feminine. So do something to remind you of the spinner, weaver, or dreamer. You could find a picture to hang up in the house. Be on the lookout for spiders. Spiders. Watch them weave, ask questions, listen for replies. While you embody this goddess, tell yourself, I dream, I connect. When you say, I dream, allow yourself to drop a little bit out of this reality and blur the edges of other realities. When you say, I connect, sit quietly and see what wants to connect. Pay attention to what draws your attention. When I visit with this goddess, her colors are black, silver, white, the color of the stars in the night sky. She takes the starlight and moonlight and uses it to build her webs or spin her looms. The threads I see are silver and white. I think that if you start thinking about your synchronicities and you start thinking about the people that you're connected to, because we talk about cord cutting a lot, right? And a cord is the same thing as a string, right? Think about the people that you are connected to, that you feel like it is meant to be. I know them for a reason. What color are those cords? Start thinking about those things. You could even start seeing that in your dreamland. You could have a certain color that you think connects. And in your subconscious mind, right, the universe and your subconscious will constantly reconnect those things when you're asking, is this a good connection? Is this a connection I don't need? Start, associating different colors with those connections, and you'll start seeing those come through as well. But she sees it as silver and white. Here are some other things you can do to connect with her. To honor and connect with the goddess, take a class and learn how to spin, weave, knit, or sew. Notice how the mind might travel in your hands when you become skilled at doing something. The rhythmic sounds of the wheel, loom, or the needles, or crocheting. You just kind of become in a trance. So I actually know how to crochet. My grandmother taught me. And so you can literally just sit there. It's quiet, right? It's something to do with your hands. You could read the myth of Ariadne and Theseus and look for the meaning that it relates to the archetype of the spinner and weaver. Can you read it as a metaphor? What is the labyrinth? Why are young people, male and female, in this story, sacrificed into the maze? So you ask yourself these questions as well. You crochet and knit with a machine. Yeah. I just always did it with the needles. I don't do it often, but I do know how to do it. I'm going to say this without saying it. We're going to say, take fungus among us is what I'm going to say. If you know, you know, Rebel. So take fungus among us if you feel inclined to do so. Some find it actually helpful to access the spinner and weaver in altered states of consciousness. The substances are also called entheogens, which translates to meeting of the gods or goddesses within. If you travel this path, have a trained person with you, set clear intentions, don't go into it with a bad attitude. Ask me how I know. So if you're called to do a deeper experience and have an opportunity to do fungus among us, do so in a trusted and good environment. Okay, truly in a good environment. You also can do teas for dreaming, mugwort, dream recipes, things like that. Make pillows, dream pillows, listen to lucid dreaming tapes and meditations. The important thing is to do what you're called to do, period. Okay. These are just things that you can still do to connect. Look at research, and this is just connecting to this weaver, right? On how fungus among us are being used to treat depression and PTSD in micro and regular. Find a book that speaks to your connection on the weaver and dreamer. There are a couple of books that are in here. The Three Only Things is a really good book, and Transcendent Dreaming. Find a song or poem that speaks to you. Check out The Art of Alex Gray, or anyone that is doing artwork that represents that. You could visit a psychic if you happen to know a psychic. You can have some conversation with the psychic, and you can write about your experiences, or sit with a psychic or someone who is spiritually inclined and talk with them. And when they do connect with you, when the things that they're saying resonate with you, this is part of that connection, right? Connect with your own inner symbols of knowing. Use your own connection with any other forms of knowledge, such as chakras, tarot, Reiki, plant medicine, to dreams, and allow the goddess to use those tools to speak with you. Sometimes you're able to use and see this in people around you that bring you random messages for no reason whatsoever. So the final journal exercise on this one, it says, by now you've had time to work with the spinner, weaver, and dream goddess. Return to your journal entries and fill out your journal entries. In a different color pen, add thoughts and insights. So in this book, it's talked about it in the last couple chapters, is do use 2 different colored pens if you can. And you could also do this just in your regular journal. Before you start something, write your answers and then go back afterwards and write your answers if they've changed in a different color, so you can differentiate between what was from then and versus what is now. You're going to find different archetypes and energies of the goddesses that resonate with you. And like I said, it's not right or wrong. There's going to be ones that trigger the heck out of you. There's going to be ones that you absolutely do not resonate with. But all of these are the archetype of a goddess. And there's a lot of things in here. So that is the Weaver of Webs. Did you guys like that one? I like that one. I like how it brings different things up. And then if you can, look at this picture now that we've read it. So here is the lines, right? So maybe think about the people that you know, and the people that you know are like, hands down, you're in my life for a reason. What is this reason? Think about what color that string or that thread would be that connected to you. And then think about the connection there. And then in your mind, draw a web of everything that's connected. And it's always something that's come up for me. And I know for many in this community, we've heard the word web before, right? But we've never thought about it being like this. So yes, it can be a negative thing, but it can also be this beautiful positive thing as well. And if you can put a color to it, I would highly urge you to do that. If you do any kind of painting or anything like that, I would urge you to throw in some threads just to kind of see, just to see. I may do some more painting at a later time and incorporate those in there as well, because I think that having those lines is hugely important, and it's just connected. Everything's connected. Hey, Richard, how are you? Thanks for joining. So that is the Spinner and Weaver of Dreams goddess. And the next one that we will do is, let me find it, is a priestess in this world. So that is the next one. Let's see. So we're going to talk about, what does a priestess look like to you? What does she wear? What are her symbols and things like that? So that is the one that we will talk about next. If you don't have the book and you do want to get it, this is the book. It is Embracing the Goddess Workbook of the Divine Feminine. If you cannot get the book and you want some of the questions and the information, and you're not in Blend Your Spirit, go to the link in my bio and join the group. And you can get this information. And then if you are in there, we will start posting some things as well, me and Shelly, on this. And if any of you guys that are in here want to post questions or post anything on what you've learned, feel free to do that. I am absolutely okay with you guys doing that. So next week, we are going to talk about the priestess in this world. The following week is, that next week is kind of short. So we might do 2 next time, but the chapter 5 is Muse and Fairy. So we're going to talk about that, what they mean, and then we are going to do Goddess of the Hunt with Miss Artemis, let's see, and then Creator and Destroyer. So we have a ways to go. I was going to do them more often, but it seems that once a week seems to be good for us, and maybe one here and there, just because everybody is kind of going through the book. And so I do think that it'll take us more, obviously, than the month to finish this one. But yeah, next time we'll do 4 and 5. And then I'll post which one we're going to do after this so you guys have plenty of time. But we will either do Project 369. This is Evolved Consciousness, and it is a workbook in it as well. Lots of information. Or we will do the Key to Happiness, Gratitude. And this one has the same thing. So, let's see. This may just be one that goes along with it. So we'll probably do the key to, we'll probably do this one. So I'll let you know for sure. Yeah, I had someone send it to me. So I'm not 100% sure. I have to do, because they sent the books to me for free. I told them if I liked it, I would do a video. So I am going to do a video and I'll have it in my store. So I don't know how much they are, but they'll be discounted because I'll put a discount code on it. So I'll let you guys know. I would imagine they're less than $15. I'm not 100% sure, but I will let you know. So I'll probably do a video later on today or tomorrow and let you guys know, just so you have it for future reference. Hey, Optimus, how are you? How are you? How are you? And then tomorrow night we will be on and we will be doing Nature's Teachers these last 2 Mondays. And Shelly, do you remember? Did we talk? Hi, Joe. How's you? We were just reading our book club. You can ask me something. I can't promise I'll answer. It depends. But yes, you can ask a question. I'm good, Optimus. I am good. How are you, dear? Hey, Jojo. I about peed my pants when I saw your video. If you guys have not seen his video, he has a little fun one to shoot. It's like, I love it so much. Yes, where I think Shoop is in the background, and I was like, oh, I love it. I don't have any Columbia, if that's a real question. Oh my. Okay, yeah, we'll do flowers. Okay. So we'll do 4 flowers for Nature's Teachers this week. So tomorrow we'll be on at 6. Thank you, Rebel. We will be on tomorrow at 6, and then whenever else. Tuesday, I do not have any deals on Timberlands. No. Tuesday, I will be live at 2, and we will do a beginner's class. Is it Zodiac Tea? Okay. Is Tuesday night Zodiac Tea? I don't have the calendar in front of me. Or is it during the day? Mwah. If you dip, I dip, you dip. Tuesday night, I dip, we dip. So Tuesday during the day, I will still do a beginner's class. And then Tuesday night then is the Zodiac Tea. So it'll be probably short and sweet, but we're going to make the Zodiac Tea and talk about all the herbs, flowers, fruits, whatever. And we're going to talk about it and just make it and chit chat about that. And we will do that next. We'll do it every single month. Yeah, Zodiac Tea. Yeah, I do the monthly boxes and it is always a different Zodiac Tea. So we learn about the herbs and like the medicinal and all that stuff. Yeah, Marty, I totally can. You don't have stuff. Stephanie, did I send it to you? Did I send it to you? Is that one of the things that got returned? No? Okay. So if you want me to give you the list of things for the tea, I can do that. We could just make a list. It's just 4 things. It is rosemary, sage, pineapple, and yerba mate. Okay. Yeah, we'll post it in there for you, and then it will be in the monthly boxes. So every single month we have a different zodiac tea, so you'll get all the ingredients, and then we'll do the class. I always try to do it at the latter part of the month. That way everybody has a chance to get all their things. Yeah, so you can get just the tea ingredients if you want. It's $14. If you want the 4 crystals of the month, that's $14. Or you can get the full box for $45 that has everything. Yeah, no, I have your box. I'm actually going to work on the boxes this week so I can get them out at the end of next week. Smells weird and tastes good. Yeah, I'm hoping they taste good. Yeah, so we're doing it next month. I'm excited about next month's because it's butterfly pea flower, not butterfly pea, but butterfly pea flower, and apple, lemon, and jasmine. Is it jasmine? And jasmine, I think. No, hibiscus. So that'll be a fun one. Yeah, that'll be a fun one for next month. And then next month, the crafts are self-love anointing oil. So in the kit that you get the oil, the herbs, the essential oils, all those things to do it with the kit. And then we'll do a self-love anointing or self-love candle. So I'll show you how to dress candles. Sounds too pretty to drink. I know, it'll be good. Stephanie, so pineapple, you can get wherever. I just have the dried. And then yerba mate, you should be able to at any herb place. I can drop you the stuff in the box that I'm mailing out. You probably won't get it until like Wednesday, depending on how the mail does. But you can definitely get it like on Amazon. You could do it at the grocery store too. I think that most of those things are going to be at the grocery store because it's sage, rosemary. You should be able to get those. Yerba mate, you should be able to, and then just pineapple. Yeah. But going forward, everybody should have all their boxes and things like that by the first week of the month. And so you should have everything. And if you have to substitute or anything like that, it's okay too. It's so pretty. I drink it a lot and didn't taste like all medicine to you. Yeah. No, I think next month's will be fun. I'm all about it. I like hibiscus tea just in general, so I think it'll be a fun one. And we'll talk again. I'm only going to touch on the spiritual qualities of that. If you want Marty's class on the medicinal properties and qualities, you can go to craftbykittilyn.com to my website, and there's a tab that says Blend Your Spirit. And you click on that, and every single thing that we've done for the month so far is in there, minus like talk show and stuff like that. All the stuff that's the curriculum for Blend Your Spirit is in there. So all the classes, you can get the worksheets for the herbs, for the crystals is in there. Any of the classes, any of the lives that we've done that pertain to that is all in there. And so I will keep that going every month. And that's just a way for us to keep it organized, and you can go back to it if you want. I do have a store on there as well, but this tab is free. You don't have to have a password or anything to get in. So you can definitely go in there. And then if you want to sign up for newsletters and things like that, you just sign up on the website. That way you can get up-to-date information and all that good stuff. So, but that is what I have. So if you do want to get the book, it is Embracing the Goddess, a workbook of Divine Feminine. We will be doing another one next week. Have that. We are going to do, I think, Project 369 on the book. I will do a video later on, and I'll post that stuff for you so you can get that book for the next one. But we still have another couple weeks at least for for the goddess book that we're in. So it's not going to be, it's not going to ever start immediately month to month. There's just no way. Yes, we do have a texting number too that I send out reminders for classes. We send out links, stuff like that. If you do want that, let us know, and we can definitely get that to you. So, but that's what we have. So tomorrow, we'll be live tomorrow evening. And yes, join Blend Your Spirit. Go to the link in my bio. You are so welcome. We are ever growing, and I'm looking for more people to be active in there and teach and do all the things that we do. I expect it just to take on the world, you know? That's just me, a girl, trying to pull a community up to take on the world. So that is what we're doing. And we have someone in there that does dreams. We have someone in there that does herbs. We have a couple of people that do paranormal. If you are into anything and you feel like you're called to jump in the group and start adding and get it active with whatever you want to teach, reach out to me. I would love to have you in there. It's definitely our community. Yeah. So thank you, Miss Dooley. Maybe you should, Joe. You should talk about that giant spoon you have. You totally can if you want. For sure. Yeah. So, you know, eventually we're going to all just take on the world. We're going to do a big resort and have a big community retreats convention. Yep. See, Marty teaches all about herbs. We got her. Yeah, no, you can. Just let me know. I would love to have you. Yes, it means that when we see Joe, we have to spoon feed him. Cocktails. Making cocktails. You're planning on getting every month? Yeah, no, that's perfect. So the monthly box has the 4 crystals of the month that we talk about, the Zodiac tea every month, and then we will always have a couple of hands-on craft classes just because I think my goal this year, there's a couple of goals, but one of it is to help everybody learn how to, how do I say this? Like, you know how I grew up Christian. So you know how you go to church one day a week and then you're like, yay, I'm Christian. So I think spirituality, making it to where it is easy for you to incorporate it into your everyday life is a huge goal for me. It doesn't have to be difficult, right? Like you could just get up and I know Joe and I have talked about this. You could talk to yourself and your inner self during the day. Like you don't have to just do it once a week. And so being able to make it to where it is something you can live with doing instead of making it these big, huge rituals all the time is a huge thing because there are some very simple things. And well, thank you, Mary Ann. I appreciate you. Hey, Jackie. So I think that it's important to be able to just actually use what you learn. And so that's what I want to do, these crafts or these kits that we do that focus on intention and things like that. What is another way to charge crystals other than moonlight? So you can use selenite to clean them. Selenite is really good at clearing out energy, and you don't ever have to really clear out selenite. You can use it to clear out crystals. You can use it to clear out your own energy as well. To charge them, you can, yep, that's exactly what I was going to say. You can, I have a sphere right here, right, from the new things I got. So for me, holding it and putting that intention into it, if you were to go into my witch room where I teach from often, I have different crystals that I use for different things. And so like there might be one that I use for transmutation when I'm feeling down, or there might be self-love. Then I might hold it and meditate with it and put some intention into it. So it doesn't have to be necessarily under the moonlight. Now, I love under the moonlight, but yeah, Florida water, holy water. I love cascarilla. Yep. Yes, and you can sit on these. If you take my sensual energy class, this is outside your body though, but you can sit on them. And we can talk about the human torus and a sphere having a torus and all those things at some point this year. Yeah, I do have selenite tumbles that you can drop into the crystals with the intention of clearing them out. Face palm. It's real, Marty. I promise you. Ask Rebel, Shelly, guys that have been with me, verify sitting on the sphere is a real thing. We did a real class, and it's amazing. How much are the selenite?
Should we stay outside?
Oh no, you're okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm almost done.
Okay.
Yeah. Selenite, they're a couple dollars a piece. Just shoot me a message with how many. I'll get you taken care of. Yeah. So, but it is a real thing, and we've done it, and it's really it's interesting. So without going into the big, huge class and things like that. So the earth, energy, all that, I like to use the sphere. Have you guys ever seen, and if not, look up human torus. Okay, look it up. Human torus, T-O-R-U-S. Okay. And the way that your energy works, you know, when someone walks into a room and you can feel their energy, whether it's good or bad, but sometimes when it's bad, they walk in and it just hits you in the face. And it's because your energy field is actually a lot bigger than what you think. And so when you look at the human torus and things like that, it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Grayson!
But look, we have a drink.
Yeah, so look up human torus, and there's always the picture that immediately starts, and it's like the man in the middle. He's naked, and his arms are out, and his legs are out, and he's kind of like a star. And it definitely will show you what we're talking about, because the human torus, basically, you're here, and your energy goes, right, ground, right, universe, grounded, and it goes up. Toop, toop, whoop, there's your root. And then it continues to go up, and then it goes around like a circle. And then it does the same over here. And so it's this circuit. And so when you sit on a sphere and you kind of incorporate that in, it is stellar. You want to see Anastasia? Let me find Anastasia. Where is she?
Right here. Do you want to bring her?
Yeah. You want to see Anastasia? Anya. Gonna cook some foods. Bye.
We gotta go. Sorry.
No, you're not leaving. Bye, Joe. Here's my... Hi, you little turd. Oh, wait. Here, look. Say hi. Look.
Say hi.
Yes. Say yes. Yes. You say hi.
Can you wave hi?
Say yes. You say hi. Do you want this? You want this? Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah? You went down? Okay, give me a kiss. Get down.
You want juice?
I'll come get you in a minute.
Let's go. You want to go? No, you want juice.
You'd be scared to sit on your stair. It's okay. It's okay. Yes. That's our new word. Yes. Yes. Do you want to do it? Yes.
Let's go.
Grayson's having a fit. Anyway, I'm going to go deal with my little Grayson. Here, you want my drink? Oh my gosh. Here, give him this. Here. Just go sit it in there and walk away and he'll be fine.
You don't give one. You give one or the other.
He's mad because he doesn't like sharing with Anastasia.
Oh, he doesn't like sharing with Anastasia, so he's mad. Does he have my drink?
No, your drink's right here.
Hey, Grayson.
Grayson, do you want Kiki?
He's naughty. He's naughty. Anyway, well, I'm gonna go do this, but yeah, no. Stay away from boys. They are no. But I am gonna go do this. Are you gonna come here?
Let's go say hi.
You gonna go say hi to Kiki?
Go say hi.
He's like, no.
It's like, what do I get out of it?
What is that?
I don't know. It's a heart that looks
Oh,
like
it's a heart.
Like a Build-A-Bear heart.
Here, Grayson, you wanna say hi? Hey, look. Hey, look. You wanna say hi? Say hi. You say hi? Say hi.
Do to infinity and
And
beyond.
beyond.
Is that a good Toto?
To infinity and beyond. All right, guys, I will talk to you tomorrow, and we will get some documents out within Blend Your Spirit. If you guys, again, are in here and you want to be more, you want more from the group, you want to do more in the group or take more on a leadership type role, let me know, and we'll get you a theme and you can post about it, and we can kind of go from there. So that's what I got. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and we will plan on seeing you tomorrow. Hey, how are you? Slammed a sheet, not a door. Hello. All right, guys. I hope you have a beautiful day. We will talk to you very soon. Bye.